Hello, everyone. I forgot to say it to the beginning stream thing. Didn't notice till just now. I'm very smart. Yes, hello. First stream of the new year. I'm only 11 days in. Don't worry about it. Webcam's out of position. Don't worry about that either. There we go. I can't blame that on the new monitor, because I've streamed since getting the new monitor. Though maybe I can, because, like, the monitor has does this funny thing where, yeah, y'all could probably see how much that was shaking. I was just gently touching the desk. Like, I could be typing and this monitor wiggles. I don't know if it's sitting on something or not. I've yet to actually check. And yes, the funny thing I have is a mouse now. I have the PC version now because, yeah, I've also been playing quite a bit. I know what I'm getting into now. I partially was doing that as much as I would have loved to have finished this, like, properly on stream. Yeah, that was probably not going to happen with my sanity. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff I can now pick and choose from, including these, which I know I have this one ready to go. So I'll probably just finish this off because I have the runes. Which is beautiful. I have Thol runes now. Where are those? I forget what they look like. I'm very smart. There they are. I have 2 of them. I have exactly enough to do both weapons. Which is why I may not do both weapons as this. Though it's really gonna suck doing it on this one compared to the others, because one of the effects is just enhanced damage. And, yeah. But, still gonna do it. Just to make sure. Towel or bowl. Okay. Bam! Pattern! Damage! That's damage! Now that's a lot of damage. Okay. Because what I could do with one of those others... And the beautiful thing is I can still come to this other thing, is just for melee weapons. There is also a 3-socket that looks pretty nice. That being Malice. And I have the spare one of these to test with, so if I end up not liking it, I can just throw pattern on it. So, it's not going to matter a huge amount. So, let's grab this one. I've also got a ton of other stuff I can use. Like, this might be better than what I have on. Defensively, no, but better Magic Find. Though Magic Find, I'm learning, really is not... And this was a mistake. This was a mistake I want my runes back from. This would actually probably be better than what I'm wearing, even. A lot of these probably would be. Which I feel minorly bad that I'm like, I'm gonna just use stuff I got on my other character. But also, at the same time, that is kind of how this game is designed. Which also reminds me, I have this... Which, give me, +1 to all of my skills, thank you very much. I thought I had a ring as well, but I probably got rid of it at some point. Because some things I have just gone through and gotten rid of, because I was like, I'll never use that. Yeah, I've actually been using rune words on my other character. It's great. I also have a shitload of Arctic belts. Literally, I have 1 equipped on a character. My barbarian is wearing an Arctic belt. And I have 2 more. Because apparently Arctic belts are just what I want, I guess. Okay. I don't need that anymore. I just need to get that out of the way. What do I need for this? Ilth LF. SLS. Malice. It basically strips defense and causes open wounds. Which, you know, meaning it probably won't have terribly high damage output. It'll still be something. I can also have this equipped and have extra damage output. Because, I mean, it's poison damage. It's more defense as well. So let me just do that. I could go back in there. I think I have 2 of those now. Yeah. Somehow one has more defense than the other. Okay. Like, it's not as much damage as even my other thing had, but it's stripping the defenses away should make this hit harder. That's my thinking. So, as once again, if it doesn't, I have the extra Thulri. Sadly, I only have the 1 extra, but, you know. I could also probably throw this on my mercenary, because that would probably be a pretty massive defense upgrade for him. Yeah.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah.
That to good use.
Now, I'm pretty sure I don't, but do I have a helmet I would rather be wearing? I need to reorganize. Trying to keep things semi-organized. Nah, I really don't. Okay. Now, I do need to rework this a little bit, because I don't want these on the F keys. This is... I also want to... That is as far as that goes. Okay, I just click. These, I'm gonna put like that, because that's just what I've gotten used to. Which I know probably is gonna be completely asinine and weird to people, but that's just what I've gotten used to. I'm still going to leave the rejuves on E, because that's one of the harder keys for me to reach down to. Though, I really don't have that many skills to be using on the assassin. God, I feel so slow. I've been playing my druid too much. Oh, no. I'm so slow. Okay. So, all of these are a level higher, which is cool. Like, that's pretty cool. Honestly, how I might end up beating Diablo is just continuing to summon the Shadow Warrior over and over again. Like, I can see this kind of working out, maybe. I do want to finish getting a level. Honestly, I was more confident with the druid I was doing, which is an elemental druid, which probably isn't the best kind of druid, but it's the kind of druid I wanted to do, so that's what I did. I really feel like this skill has been nerfed. I don't know if I'm crazy on that, but like this feels like it blocked more. Like had a higher block chance in Lords of Destruction. You know, I can look that up. Oh, I hope this website doesn't start making noise. I'm just gonna mute the tab just in case. This feels like it used to do so much more. I may honestly have to just respec and remove weapon block, because it's really not helping. And I could probably use those 5 points elsewhere to much greater effect. Like, that could be 5 more points in, you know, Shadow Warrior. Which even that, honestly, given it synergizes with nothing. As much as I like the Shadow Disciplines, man, does this tree just not. This feels like this feels like it's meant to be the auxiliary tree to using one of the others. And that is almost certainly my problem, and this character will probably end up getting respect. Because, like, Claw Mastery? Definitely. That feels like something that I should definitely keep around. Burst of Speed? Same deal. Feels really nice. This, I'm just not seeing the value in it anymore. When I was younger and played, I could swear this would have, like, a lot higher block chance. And it might have gotten nerfed in Resurrected. I don't know. I might be remembering completely wrong. The Shadow Warrior, really, I should only have 1 point in this, because this is what I'll be using. Is the Master, not the Warrior. But, like, none of this has synergies. So, get phone. I love watching the charger cable try to run away from me. There it goes again. Like, it's a long cord, kind of. I almost pulled my switch off the things. I have this plugged into the switch. It's great. Oh boy, bot. Banned. Now it gives there's no chat on the screen. I don't feel bad about getting rid of that. Pushing cash. Bam. And remove the message from there. Twitch. The shit. Too busy banning people for nothing? To keep your automod working? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can keep rolling with this. I'm gonna see how it feels using mouse and keyboard with it. Given the majority of what I do is basic attack, it's gonna be awkward. That's for sure. I'm definitely seeing the extra damage. Like, holy shit. Like, holy shit. Yeah, that's immediately noticeable. I don't remember which of these I might be full of. Neither of them. Cool. Yeah, sure. Oh, right, it's because my druid has these stacked on top of each other. I was like, wait, my inventory's weird. And yeah, that took me a hot second there. Hot minute to notice. Just want to get my level, and then we'll go to the... basically Diablo's doorstep. I was not aware that I literally gave up at Diablo. I hadn't quite unlocked him, but I gave up at Diablo. Which, I mean, to be fair, was probably a good thing, given I was getting annoyed. I would grab that, but Diablo doesn't poison you, so... Okay. I almost want to see if I can push myself to 30 before, but that's 2 levels. You know, I think I'll just take Claw Mastery. Damage. It's not a big increase, but it's an increase. Okay. Okay, I do have that set as a button. I don't remember the icons of skills. It just occurred to me. Do I have? I probably don't. No, I don't. Wait, no, that's the old one. I was about to say, do I have a better spear I could hand in my mercenary? Honestly, I could probably hand my mercenary this, and it would probably give him the most defense, but... Okay, let's pick up one more greater potion. I need to sell that. I may as well hang on to the charm for now. It's 1 slot. It's not gonna hurt. It's really not gonna hurt to hang on to it. Won't really help much, but it won't hurt any either, so... Now, if this doesn't work out terribly well, I will probably swap to, as mentioned, just using this other Kuhab to put, pattern. But this feels like a better combination to me. This rips the defense away, this rips the health away. You know, I just wish I would have actually done this to the other Q-Hop instead of this, but I already had this almost there, and if I can ever get a Hell Rune, I can just take the runes out and put them in something else. I just have not gotten one of those. There's a lot of runes I haven't gotten. I mean, I have high enough level to have. The game doesn't want me to have them. I'm also gonna preserve my money. I'll keep that amount because repairs, but death is probably gonna happen. So rather than losing more money than I need to, oh, hey, a super healing. Ah, that didn't save. Why didn't that save my control changes? I didn't apply them. Good thing I noticed that. I am smart. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing the damage change. Also, I should probably given I actively need to click a little more. Ugh. Still noticing my fragileness. Specifically to the Abyss Knights. Like, I definitely may end up respeccing at some point. Yeah, I didn't actually. Yeah, here, man.
Thanks.
That's something I'm used to being able to do. Heal my companion. Something I have yet to figure out how you're even supposed to do on console / with controller, which I could pick up my controller and continue using the controller. I don't exactly see why I would, but I could do it. And there's definitely some instances where I feel like it's better to use the controller. Which, I gotta say, and I know it's can worms, because depending on who in the Diablo community hears this, will basically seemingly depend on how the response to it would be. I do not understand why it's not an option to use modern controls. Like, yes, this works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. What I'm saying is, there is modern controls built into this game that you're just simply not allowed to use because reasons. And the most general response that seems to be given is, well, paladins would become overpowered. It's like, but how, though? I've never heard anyone explain how that would happen. Like, sure, it would be a bit easier for them to swap auras around. That's the only change. They'd have an easier time switching auras. And if that's such a problem for, and what's always thrown out is for PvP, then nerf the paladin. If it would be such a problem that you can't give modern controls to characters because of one class being too strong if you did, well, that just sounds like an argument to nerf that class, not, you know, hinder everybody. Ooh, the lag. I may actually want some mana potions on our... What are the mana potions on the ground over here? It's a greater. Let's actually do that. Honestly, this regular mana potion would also still work. Because I'm probably going to actually want mana. Recovery. And, like, I'm not going to deny that the Paladin is strong or not. Like, from everything I've heard, the Paladin is really strong. I've never played the Paladin much. I have no first-hand experience with the Paladin. But from everything I've heard, yeah, they're really strong. But that's where balance changes come in. Like, I don't understand this mindset that the game has to be Lord of Destruction exactly. Which seems to be what some people want. Like, I wonder if that'll get rid of my poison faster. Probably not. I should... I'm okay, I'm good. Like, I don't know if y'all have noticed, Lords of Destruction is still playable on Windows 11. Like, if you really, absolutely just want the original experience back, you can still play it. You know, it won't be the new hotness. You know, it won't have all of the players that this might have, though, quite honestly, doesn't seem like there's terribly many people playing, but it's also nearing the end of a season from what I understand, so that's almost certainly why. I did not want to do that. Okay, why is chat somehow working? I say that because I've never seen that. I'm gonna need to figure that out and turn off the chat if I can. I never encountered that playing my druid. Of someone actually talking in the chat. Hold on. I'm gonna town portal just to be safe. Is that something I can turn off? Why was that on? Rather not have gold sellers popping through, because I'm almost certain they exist. There is a trading community. So... there's almost certainly going to be gold sellers.
Greetings.
Right, I should identify stuff before just coming to sell things.
Good day.
Oh, there's my towel rune back. Even though I didn't actually use one, I'd really love to have a Thol rune drop. That would be great. That would be amazing to have happen. Because then I would, without feeling bad, go with 2 pattern. I should probably just go with it anyway. I don't even know what open wounds does. I should look that up. I can do that really easily. Okay, but what does it do? Ah, it's a bleed effect. Okay. But how much damage does that even deal? I'm confused. Okay, I'm assuming C level is character level. So it's 18 times character level minus 104 divided by 256. That doesn't sound like it would be much damage. Gonna be real. I might honestly just swap now. Because 18 times 28 minus 104 divided by 256. That is 1.56 damage per frame for 200 frames. So I suppose that is 312 damage, if I did the math right. That is assuming sea level is character level. I'm assuming it is. Versus bosses, the damage is divided by 2, so that's already about 150. Well, not 250, less than 150. It's over 8 seconds. The fact that they have it by frames feels weird. Because that tells me I don't know what they mean exactly by frames, because it's not frames the game is, because my game is running close to like 200 FPS. I don't know, man. It's weird. A lot of stuff in this game just is not explained well, and quite honestly, I don't... without strategy guides, how would anyone have figured out what open wounds does back in the day? Like, I doubt anyone knew, honestly. Okay, this may kill me. I'm just gonna... Sorry, Shadow Clone. But, I want to manage this a little better. Yeah, this didn't work out terribly well. I was trying to separate them a little. Well, okay, that already went better than before. So that's good. I want to revive my dude. Hey, Tyrael. Revive him, thanks. Hey, Kane. Tell me what this shit is so I can sell it better. And my mercenary's already dead again. I'm about to die. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. That's a lot of enemies, and I have no crowd control. What I might do, as much as it's technically cheesing, is I might just come and do this content and not do story bits with my druid. That way I can show y'all what this is like. Because I've experienced it now. I might also just go and respec. Because that is also an option. There are so many enemies and I can kill one at a time. Oh, god damn it. Just die. Thank you. I'm currently thinking of how... I'm struggling against the junk. How am I going to take out Diablo with this character? Because, like, I imagine traps might actually be the way to go. Or possibly the martial arts. Really, anything that's going to synergize is, you know... Because, like, that's kind of the issue I'm having, is with what I decided to go with. And I'm not, this is not a knock on the assassin in any way. This was my poor decisions. I have no AoE, which does mean I do struggle against junk. I have zero crowd control in terms of damage output, anyway. Which... my poor decision. I'm not saying it isn't. This was a choice I made and it was not a good one. Basically, you'll just have to see how this goes. Because that's also the thing. Because of what I went with, I'm not terrible at single targets. It's just... Diablo hurts. I mean, it would definitely help if I remember to use that a little more often. Okay, I'd like to wait for... there we go. There goes my mercenary again. Oh, man. Feeling like I'm reviving him a lot more often than I should really have to. And, like, all he's giving me is defense. I feel like maybe I should swap mercenaries. Okay, I think there's one more before Big Daddy D shows up. Yeah. Okay.
Good evening.
I don't think I'm gonna bother to revive him. Let's be real. There's no point. He's a waste of money. I'm just gonna leave the mercenary dead for now. I will hire a new one.
What do you need?
Phone, why are you crashing? I suppose realistically I could go do that now. Okay, yeah, hold on. I need to revive him first so I can take his gear off him.
Who goes there?
Okay. The extra attack rating could help, or I could just go with passive healing. It's not the best healing in the world, but... especially because I don't feel like I particularly need the attack rating. Here, Emilio. I dub thee YOLO Emilio.
I'll put that to good use.
Like, he's got good resistances. He's got better than I do. Hey, this is still here. Cool. I kind of wish I had a better spear for him, but... and hey, he might survive a bit better now. I don't know, man. I don't have any faith that he'll survive any better, but... he might. Getting a lot of runes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hey, Big Daddy D.
Not even death can save you from me.
You sure about that? Oh, that doesn't affect him. Ow. Problem. Problem detected. I thought I had pretty good attack rating. But I guess not. Maybe I do need the attack rating mercenary, but he's just gonna die. Now, let's hope I can actually get my body. Okay, I can recover a bit closer. Being careful of that other hallway, because I didn't go down that other hallway. There might still be enemies there. Okay. Yeah, you can wait, Big Daddy D. I know I'm just gonna die again, but I'd like to put my potions back on the bar.
Yes.
Greetings.
I mean, all else fails, I can whittle him down over time. So, like, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that just does not affect him. Got it. Ow. Well, I say ow, but that didn't actually hurt me any. Because I have such stupidly high fire resist. And actually, yeah, that's probably an idea. I'm dead. Or not. He turns. I don't like that he turns. Just gonna do that. Well, she didn't last.
Not enough money.
Yeah, I'm about to run out of stamina.
Not enough mana.
Wow, that was close. Okay, just gotta recover some stamina. Oh, Jesus Christ. I also just pushed the wrong button. You know what? I'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be back. I will be back, my man. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
Hail to you, champion.
It's Hey, I'm back. Oh.
Hero's mistake is
I was not thinking that would happen. Okay, maybe I will stick with the... okay, the issue I'm having with the build I went with, and it is with the build I went with, is literally I have no AoEs. So what I might do, because, I mean, I'm only 28, is I may start investing down the trap tree. Or maybe I might go into... I've already got 1 point into martial arts. I could probably go through here. I just don't know which of these have any area of effect to them. Okay, that does. It's fire or over an area. But that's also only on the finishing moves as well. Those are complicated. I need something simple, so I might go traps, so I'll probably respec, actually. Because I like what I've got. There's things I definitely want less points in, like weapon block. I remember that being better than it is. Hey, Kane.
Knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Please, talk to Tyrael about leaving this place now.
You know, Kane, you could have stayed in, like, any of the other cities. You didn't have to come with me. Yeah, that's kind of garbage. Doesn't have replenish life on it, but more potions and a bunch more defense.
I'll put that to good use.
Well, I've replaced that now. I am running out of space in here. I need to go through my various legendaries and set stuff and just get rid of the things that I'm never gonna use, because some of this stuff I'm never gonna use. Alright, I forgot I just had extra healing potions in there. I'm smart. Like, some of the stuff I'm hanging on to with a purpose, and it's basically I want to do a summon necromancer. So, like, I've got some stuff here with a purpose. I might just make that necromancer and hand off the stuff for him to him. Because that would help immensely. My barbarian is currently holding a shitload of full rejuves. As in his bank tab, his personal bank tab is almost full of nothing but just full rejuves. Because I have no idea what to even do with a barbarian. And yeah, Tyrael, I will get to you, my man.
What do you need?
Oh, +1 to paladin skill levels. Nah. Because see, here's the thing. Paladins get access to a 4-socket shield before everybody else, and there's a 4-socket rune word that gives +2 to all skills. So... Material.
Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them.
Have they?
Corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have
Sounds about right.
deeply into barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Ariad. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Resurrected, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Ariad.
Okay. Eerie music. Epilogue. This takes a hot minute. These cutscenes. I know this now.
I heard later that he was defeated. And that the Soul Stones were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one.
I failed, Diablo. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate.
Well, you could have. You just chose not to.
Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
Well, no.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
I've been on the internet long enough to know where that was going. mildly intimidating. Also probably a bit loud. It's really hard to get the audio levels right for this. Pretty elaborate. Though maybe you shouldn't be opening the gates with an army right there, my man. And now he just looks silly. Now he looks like an alien from Star Trek.
Bail! The gates of Secheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
He just screams Star Trek alien villain. But you know, maybe rather than, you know, walking up to the literal Lord of Destruction and going, "Don't you do it," wasn't such a good idea, and maybe they should have been actually mustering a defense. Just a thought. It's just a teensy thought.
I, Mala, welcome you to Harogoth, the last stronghold of order on Mount Ariat. You have come to the right place if you intend to defeat Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Baal has laid waste to our mountain and its denizens. His minions continue to attack our town, while Qualkek and his men have proven helpless to stop them. Baal is still out on the mountain looking for something, but I know not what. All of the elders, save Nilathak, sacrificed themselves to place a protective ward around Harogoth. Some of us here, certainly Neelathak, do not appreciate your presence. We are a proud people, and it is not easy for us to accept aid. I, however, am glad you are here. If you need healing or a potion, please come to me. See Larzuk for weapons, armor, and repairs. Neelathak, despite his disposition, may be of some assistance with other wares.
You might be.
Qualkek, our man-at-arms, leads Harongeth's remaining forces against Vale.
Cause see, here's my thinking, and like it's this town that kind of causes this. You can hire barbarians here, with the literal same skills a player barbarian can have. How are they losing? Like, I don't get it, man. As mentioned, I may come back here and respec. Because if I were to respec, a lot of these I want to keep at the same level they're at. But I'd also kind of want to get some traps going. The only issue there is the mana costs, which means I'm going to need some level of energy because I don't have mana. I've winged this so far. I'm just going to continue to wing it.
Good day.
Kaboom. Okay. So I need 46 and 46 and 57, 57. That's the highest there. So 57 in both. I don't think any of my equipment is going to particularly help either, so. Okay. That doesn't divide by 4. Okay, I'll push this to 50. That probably will be fine. Push that to 50. Probably not the best stat distribution, but it's what I've gone with. Okay. Now, I do still want the Shadow Clone. So, it means I need those. I need that. Thing is, I can see Fade being useful at times. So I'll still take Fade. See, the thing is, like, even respecking, this has almost functionally the same block chance as I had before. Like, 4 points lower. Like, it's just... I remember that being better. I'll have that at 4. I'll have this at 4. It's technically 3 and 3, and that leaves me 10 points. Let's see what I can do in here. These seem to actually use my weapon damage, if I'm correct. But they also have a separate thing. I'm confused by that. These seem to just deal their own damage. And these all definitely use my own weapon. These feel like you need a lot more points to devote to them. They don't... It doesn't feel like you could cross Shadow and Martial Arts. Like, maybe you can, because I imagine some of these are just not worth using. So they would get 1 point, you know? I mean, probably it's a case of 1.1.111 all. But, you know. And then, you know, 111 all. Yeah, Okay, none of these are in the... What this wiki is saying is best trap skills. So... So I'd want to focus on these ones. Apparently the Death Sentry is one of the best skills for the Assassin. So I could focus down this side, because I'm... Ooh, this gains from Fire Blast. Okay, that's that skill. Okay. So basically, these are the only two skills I need to really care about then. And this one. Which receives bonuses from everything, but deals, like, no damage. Like, I get it gets a bonus of damage from literally everything else. But 3 to 4... That is... Aside from the fact it's presumably... Well, it is an area attack. That is... Whew. That is this level of damage. Only this actually deals more. Okay. I can get Lightning Sentry now, so... And I could start focusing into it. Okay. For now, I'm not going to bother with any more Fire Blast. Okay, that's as high as I can even push that. Okay. I'm just gonna leave Shadow Warrior at one point. Cloak of Shadows might be worth boosting, but also might not be. I could just take a couple more Claw Mastery. If this gains synergy from more than just those 2 skills, that'd be great. I mean, this doesn't seem awful. I think, like, damage per second, I think this would actually deal more. You know, I'm gonna... It's not bonused in any way to... I mean, I think it helps this. Yeah. So, you know what? Let's put those points into Shockweb. I mean, it's not huge damage, but that's 3.6 damage to 38 times 3.6. Like, that's not awful damage. Now, put that on 4, 5, 6. Just in case I ever take it off the bar. Right, this is still a thing. Hold on. There we go. This should be a bit better. Punching things is still going to deal more damage, but this is for extra damage. It's not like I'm not going to be punching things. I think I need to talk with Larzok. Yes.
If you're here to defeat Baal, you must prove it. As we speak, Harrogath is under siege by Baal's demons. Catapults rain death just outside the town walls. Baal himself travels up the sacred mountain, having left in charge here one of his most vicious generals, Shank the Overseer.
Shank.
Taskmaster, he lashes his own minions into suicidal frenzies on the battlefield. If you wish to prove yourself to us, destroy the monster Shank that commands those infernal catapults outside Harrogath. If you manage to do this, return to me.
I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to do it. It's just whether it'll be easy or not. That's the real question now. How easy is this gonna be? Which I still, like, I'm very tempted to use this Thul rune and this to just pattern instead of malice. Because I feel like that might give me more damage, but it also might not. I really don't know. And I have no easy way of telling either. But before I carry on, I need some coffee, so I will be right back. I return. I'm really not sure how well this is going to actually work out, but you never know.
You'll pay for your atrocities, Vale.
Yeah, I want to try doing that. Alright, I mean... Not sure how I feel about that. This, on the other hand, yeah, this actually feels like quite a nice skill to have if I had had this sooner. Would have been nice. Because, like, part of me wants to say it might be better to respec away from basically all of the shadow disciplines other than like claw mastery. But also my clone is able to use the traps as well. So that's an argument to have the clone. That is very much an argument for having the clone. Exploding potion. I'm probably almost out of inventory space. If I'm not already. Yeah, I'm basically out already. I'll say it's one of the OSTs for this, for Act 5 here. Every time I hear a part of it, my brain goes, wait, Champions of Norath music? Because it's so similar. Yeah, I could probably make this fit. Hold on. Because if I do that, I can then move that to there, that there.
I am amazed to find this place so untouched. Everything else in the path of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, lies in ruin. These barbarians must indeed be the legendary guardians of Mount Ariat. They're a proud, hardy people. Don't expect to be greeted warmly. Strangers here rarely are. Perhaps I can gain their trust. I'll spend some time with the townsfolk and try to understand them better. I'll let you know what I discover.
And then he never has anything that he actually wants to tell us again. No joke. Cain never speaks to us again. Like, never with a, like, a, oh, hey, let's talk. It's literally just this.
Good afternoon.
Okay. The fact I was this close, like, I got here in under about an hour. I could have done this last stream. It's just, as I mentioned, I was getting salty. So, like, it's probably a good thing I had stopped. And, like, a good part of that is just this clinging to outdated mechanics for a remaster. And, like, I'm not saying you're not allowed to like how this game plays. I'm just saying there really should have been options so that people could not have to deal with the jankiness of the original. Like, it is a fair argument to say, hey, you know, this worked 20 years ago. And it did. It's not 20 years ago anymore. That's the problem. What's this like? Oh, it's that. Okay. I mean, like, an easy example to throw around with this is also just, like, the original Super Mario Bros. Worked when it came out. It was great. That doesn't mean its floaty ice controls are what every side-scroller should do, or what even a remaster of the original Mario Bros. Should have. You know, just because something worked at the time doesn't mean it was the best way to do it. I mean, another more practical example is graphics cards at the time this game came out were great. They worked back then. That doesn't mean they're good for today. You know? They're in fact quite antiquated and bad by modern standards. Hey, that's a new rune. Yeah, you wouldn't see someone trying to play, well, you might see someone actually trying to make, you know, Alan Wake 2 play on a Voodoo 2. You may actually see someone attempt that. They'd be kind of dumb to. But let's be real, I could see someone actually attempting that. I'm questioning what dictates what skill the clone uses. Is it what is set on my other button? If so, that's a little annoying. But works, I suppose. Oh no, fire damage. Man, this is going so much smoother. Why did I not try this before? Well, I know why, and it's because, like, in my previous playing of this game, which, as I've made mention, until very recently, I had never gotten this far. I had never beaten Diablo before. My previous playing of this game, I had always just gone Shadow Disciplines because they worked. And up until that last section, I mean, it worked relatively well the entire way through. It's just that final section that it really stopped working. Right, I have a charm. Orc. It's not the rune I need. I basically just... the main reason I haven't, as much as I want to, made the second Qatar rune word just simply comes down to I don't like using my last rune of any type. I like keeping at least one on hand. Because, like, I may actually want a different rune word. Or, you know, I might find a better Qatar for putting the rune word into. You know. It would almost be a waste, it feels like, to use it.
Shank, your command has ended.
Boo. I should have looked at that. It only has one socket in it. Garbage. F. Fort. I might actually be able to make a Thul rune. Thinking on it. Hold on. Recipes. The beauty of 2 monitors. So I think it was 3 orts. I don't see it. Yes, 3 orts. 3 orts make a Thul. I could have 3 and I'd still have 2 left. And then I could... Okay, yeah. That's what I'll be doing then. Because now I'm not using my last one. But first, I need to clean up my inventory.
How may I be of help?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Unequipping this, I'm gonna lose damage. I mean, that's not a huge damage difference, I suppose. And I can give this to my mercenary as well. Sure, he would appreciate it.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah. I can sell that. I will keep the Malice Qatar because I want to at some point try a martial art. I need those. I think I need an Ort as well. Yeah. It's the middle. Tal Ort Thul. I'm going to be making a Thul rune. Tal Ort Thul. Tal Ort Thul. Just making absolute sure I have it in the right order. Because if you do it wrong, it don't work. Tal Ort Thul. Tal Ort Thul. Swap those around because this one will be dealing slightly more damage. Yeah, there's some damage. And like attack rating seems pretty good. I now also have plus 30 all resistances, which is, you know, Not nothing. 12 to my strength and dexterity. Ooh, this one actually rolled lower on enhanced damage. Still deals more damage, but it rolled lower. Unless that was a superior claw to begin with, in which case it would have kept its extra enhanced damage. Or no, this just rolled low. Okay, I'm looking, it's 40 to 80%. So yeah, it just rolled low. But that's fine. How did it roll on the others? Low on fire. It rolled max on lightning. Max on cold damage. Unless that's just always what those are for lightning and cold. It's the fire definitely is low on both of these. 12 to 32. But it's the same on both. This says 17 to 62. Yeah, I think this page is wrong. Because that's not what these rolled with. This is not 17 to 62 fire damage. This is 12 to 32. May have been an update at some point. Now, I am going to be keeping an eye out for a 2-socket helmet. Because I can do something with that. Now, before I do that, I want to make sure I grab this stuff, because it can despawn. Be shocked. I don't know how many of those I can have active, but you know. Feels like a couple at least. Okay. Now, the thing is, I kind of want more vitality, but I could also just kind of roll with what I've got, I suppose. Because I'm going to need more strength and dexterity. I think I'll just alternate 1 point vitality, 1 point energy from here on out. I can put another point into Lightning Sentry, which I feel like I probably should, because I can't do this yet. But I could also, and here's my thinking now, I'm level 29, I'm going to hang on to the skill point. That way, once I reach 30, I can get Death Sentry and Shadow Master. Just feels more useful. What's up, my man?
You're an even greater warrior than I expected. Sorry for underestimating you. As a token of my appreciation, I will craft sockets into an item of your choosing. And from now on, you'll get the best price for all my wares.
Cool. I need to repair, though. And also, your stuff is mostly garbage, because it's all magic. I don't think the shops are capable of selling non-magical stuff anymore, which is kind of frustrating. Like, knowing how this game works. When I was a kid, I would have loved these shops, because I didn't know how rune words worked. I know how they work now.
I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Haragoth. You have the look of a warrior.
Because I am.
An extra soldier will be useful, but don't expect anyone to mourn if you get yourself killed.
I didn't expect that anyway.
He is true to his namesake. He has ravaged through our lands like a merciless plague. The protective ward laid down by our lost elders helps hold the evil at bay. But Bale's siege has taken its toll all the same. Most of my men are now dead.
Others are trapped in the mountain passes. But I swear we are not beaten yet. We will fight to the end to protect
Thank
this
you for
mountain.
raiding. Fenston, I believe that would be.
My concerns have turned to my men taken prisoner on the battlefield by Baal's demons. I hate to think what's happened to them. As you journey up the mountain, keep your eyes open for my soldiers and bring them back to me if you can.
Yeah, if I can, I will, my man. But they have this nasty habit of wanting to die, it seems. So, you know. Okay. Kane. Identify my crap.
Salutations.
Money. 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 Yep, that is fine. Hope you have a good rest. It's 5 a.m. for me. Little shit cat back there keeps waking me up and absolutely destroyed my sleep schedule. It's great. But thank you again for the raid. Yep, have a good one. Hope you have a good rest. Poor boss enemy. Dead. I almost want to say I don't need the max rejuves anymore. But also, I probably do. Oh man, Abaddon. We're in a tanky Amurian battleship now. Yeah, as much as I'm pretty solidly done with EVE Online, I can't deny there is always a part of me that's always a bit like, maybe I should try it again. It's just maybe. Just maybe. Because, like, I should have kept the combat shrine. That was muscle memory. Because my druid doesn't care about the combat shrine. My druid barely cares about a stamina shrine. Like, there's a part of me that still likes the idea and promise of EVE. but doesn't like the idea of rebuilding my corp or joining another. Like, I know this probably sounds a bit strange, you know, an MMO player. I'm not the biggest fan of being just a line member. You know, I'm mildly crazy this way, but I kinda like the leadership role. Oh, I only have 3 spaces. Why didn't I even click in on that? I literally could not pick that up even if I wanted to. Unless I put it in the cube, which then takes the effort of getting it back out of the cube. I may as well just not put it in the cube and just pick it up when I go back.
Hello.
I suppose I could drop that. So that's pretty much garbage, but you know. Okay, let's... do that. This is very much another point where, like, I kind of have to give it up to the controller controls. Because, like, my Shadow Clone is definitely weaker than it would be if I just picked up my controller. Because my Shadow Clone could be using this, you know? All I'd have to do is use that skill and then wait for the clone to use it. And then you throw the trap again. And now the clone is throwing the trap again, while also having the attack speed buff. You know. Has picked up something else. Healing potion. Drink a potion, Paolo Emilio. That's a name that most people probably won't understand what I'm even referencing. It's a ship in World of Warships. The Paolo Emilio, or Emiliolo, as it tends to be called, with emphasis on the YOLO part, or the YOLO Emilio, or the YOLO Emiliolo. Basically, it's a destroyer that just charges straight at the enemies, and then annihilates 1 or 2 of them, and then dies, and that's just how you play it. It's really degenerate, but, you know. Oh, combat shrine.
Impossible. I can't.
Let me back in.
Impossible.
Very possible. Give me the combat shrine. I don't know why I threw the other trap. Gonna be real. You're free. I am almost tempted to back out to the menu and go fight Diablo again, just to see how much easier it might be with my respect skills and actually having skills. Because it is amazing how different this feels. Fully expected. Like, I actually am using skills now instead of just basically derping around and punching things. And I am literally just as effective at punching things as I was before. So... Really, the only issue I'm having is MP. Which, all things considered, isn't really a big issue to be having. Compared to before, where groups like this probably would have been a pretty big threat to me, because I could only have fought one at a time. Right, that's a knife. I don't need knives. I think I have... yeah, I do. Tiny bit more poison damage. For what that's worth, anyway. Hey, a diamond. Okay, that is like... Glad I didn't bother even trying to really do anything with traps until I'd already established myself. I mean, like... it's something, but man, does that do, like, nothing. Like, the fact it's an area of attack is what I mean by it's something. Like, jeez. There's some skills I just don't understand why they're so low damage. And that is definitely one of them. Well, okay then. That is something I will throw into the cube. Just to make absolute sure it doesn't go away. Doubt it'll be much use, but... A set staff. Okay. Need to clear my inventory before I can really do anything with it. Five to strength. I have that with me because it's +1. I may as well take this, which is +5. +1 to sorceress skills. Yeah, that just doesn't seem all that useful. Maybe the rest of the set makes it more useful, but... When you consider... Where is it? This exists! Like... This is... +6 to Inferno, Warmth, and Firebolt, and +3 to all of her other fire skills. Which, I mean, albeit, you're not guaranteed to be going for fire. But, also, holy shit, I am out of space. I can reorganize this. Make some room. Problem is it's not enough room. Let's... That is a big staff. I really need to sort through this stuff and just get rid of the things I'm never going to use. Like, there's some things I've hung on to because I'm like, I want to take the runes back out of that. But really, I don't think it's worth it. Same with this. Like, I don't think it's worth hanging on to that just to take those back. I don't need that. So yeah, right there. There's space for it. These I should be just moving to a barbarian. Well, my barbarian, 'cause it's kind of where I want them. He isn't level 8, which is why he doesn't have them yet. Because his storage is hanging on to all of my max rejuves from my druid. I also don't need this anymore. I could get rid of like 2 of my skewers because I have 3 of them. I'm probably not even gonna use 1. I'm just gonna... They might be worth something to someone else, but they don't mean anything to me. And like... I've got 3 of them. The Arctic belts I might actually use, because they're level 2, so... This feels wrong, selling legendaries, but like... I need the space. It also feels wrong selling that, but I need the space, and those aren't really worth it. Now to just not think about the fact I just sold legendaries. That's not where I need to be. Like, I remember reading somewhere that someone thought rejuve potions were rare, and I honestly have to question if they've actually played the game. Because, like, sure, they're less common than, like, a regular potion. But, man, do you not use them if you're using regular potions, for the most part? Like... And I will reiterate, just because, well, there are people here that may not have seen any of my other Diablo 2 streams. I have only ever gotten this far now once, and it was not that long ago, so don't expect me to actually know much, but, like, I can definitely comment on things I've seen, and I will be. So that's how I work. Two sockets, garbage. I have also trial and errored some stuff, because, like, I don't really know all this stuff. Yeah, Shut up. Frickin' cowards. I'm also keeping an eye out for things that my druid might be able to get some use out of. Like, as much as I'm almost positive I won't find one, a 4-socket shield would be amazing. Yeah, there's nothing I could do with this field plate that would actually make it better than this, so... The irony is, I think with 3 sockets I might have actually been able to, but not with 2. There is a rune word I could put in it with 2, but not that would actually make it better. Well, I suppose debatably it would, because it would give me some MP regen, but it's much more mage focused, because it would be Spirit, I think it's called. Rune word. No longer fear fire, you don't say. I didn't to begin with. Okay, back to town. What's up, my man?
Thank you for rescuing my men. They have spoken well of your bravery in battle. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. If you wish, you may hire some of my mercenaries that you saved. And please, take this set of runes. I had been saving them for a socketed shield, but I think you'll make better use of them. Be sure to set them in the right order for their fullest.
I think he gave me these 3. Tall Ral Ort. I actually don't even know what that would do. Ral Ort's all heavy resistances. That's about it. Now, Spirit is this rune word. What is... Stealth. That's the one. It's definitely a lot more mage-oriented. I could probably... Hold on. I want to go see if I can find that armor. There's actually a rune word I might be able to put in it that's actually... There it is. I don't know if it's particularly worth it, but... If I have the runes, it might actually be worth it to do this. Okay, I'm missing part of it. But I might be able to make the missing rune. Hold on. No! Yeah, that ain't happening. I could have potentially put smoke in it. No, smoke's 37. I'm not that... Brain. That's my druid that's that high level. I don't have this sorted by level. I don't know why the wiki doesn't automatically go to sorting by level, but it doesn't. And yeah. There's really nothing I can do in body armor. Not with 2 sockets. Like I said, I could put stealth in it. Just Tal Eth. Which, like, just isn't worth it for what I would lose. Because I'd lose basically every effect from this.
Good to see you.
There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now.
Okay.
The young alchemist and daughter to one of our slain elders has been missing for some time. She is a strong, crafty woman with a spirit like no other. One night, just before your arrival, I overheard her and Nilathak arguing about her father's death. The next morning, she was gone. Nilathak has his own tale as to where she went and why. Don't believe him. I fear he's at the root of her disappearance. Please, if you can, search for Anya and bring her back to us. She'll know what to do about Nilathak.
So now we get to search for a child. Got it. Very smug child. You know, I could actually use that, and that might help get my MP back. No, that's not enough. I mean, it would probably be a decent little chunk, but it's not enough. Not enough to be worth it. I mean, let's be real, neither of my rings are particularly worth it either. Yeah, let's... quickly go through these. This is much faster like this. Like, there's definitely benefit to mouse and keyboard, but there is also benefit to controller. Like... the only complaint I have using controller on PC is that you can't remap the button for picking things up. I'd love to be able to do that. It'd be great, but you can't. Which makes my muscle memory from having played on the Switch useless to me. It also makes my muscle memory from Champions of Norath useless to me. Now we are headed... I didn't rebind that one. Oops. Controls... The crystalline passage by the frozen river. Pretty sure there's 2 ways out of this area. I don't care about you, little enemy. I should probably care about this. Flawless Ruby. But I could also be mistaken on there being multiple ways out of here. I do love how little a resist fire shrine does for me. I'm at 89%. 90. It's beautiful having this high of fire resist, but also it makes those shrines literally worthless. That extra 1% will not matter for now. Next difficulty it'll matter. But... and with how much I've actually been enjoying this game, I might do the second playthrough as well. Also, I have one problem. Long swords. You guys want to see something about long swords and why this being one-handed is dumb? I'm 6'2". This is a long sword. It's 4 feet long. I can't even lift it all the way up because of just... like... this is a long sword. This is properly sized. You're not using this in one hand. Not effectively. A bastard sword would be probably about yay much, you know, less long, basically. It would basically probably end about here. Maybe about here. Somewhere in this range. That actually might be usable in one hand, and they kind of are. But you're not using this in one hand. That's not the point of a longsword. They are a two-handed sword. Yet, in Diablo here, the longsword is the one-handed weapon, and the bastard sword is the two-handed one. You know, the longsword, the two-handed sword, is the one-handed one. And the hand-and-a-half bastard sword is the two-handed. Okay. Like, I'm sorry to rant about that, but it's annoying. And so many games do it. Or it's like, oh yeah, longsword, that's a one-handed sword. No, it isn't. That being 3 is useless. It needs to be 4. Honestly, if it was 4, I'd hang on to it so one of my other characters could use it. Like, I meticulously researched before making that longsword. It is appropriate length. It is, you know, that is the length of a longsword. In all but being metal, that is a longsword. Okay, I guess this is no way out of here. I'm probably remembering a different area, or else it's just a completely random thing, which is also possible. Back here, you champion Lancer. Oh, Lasher. Lancer. Brain. Frazzled from my rant. I frazzled myself. And like, I get research on stuff was a lot harder to do back in the day because you needed to be able to find books. And, you know, I'm sure there is a treatise somewhere that talks about using a longsword in one hand. But 99% of them talk about longswords as two-handed weapons. And, like, I'm all for, you know, fantasy games don't have to make sense. You know, using a longsword in one hand, sure, fine. But also the bastard sword should also be a one-handed weapon. And, like, sure, as a kid, I was all for that, because I was led to believe, as a lot of people probably were, that longswords were one-handed weapons, and bastard swords were the one that you could use in one or two hands. But no, it's... I mean, bastard swords are the ones you can use in one or two hands, but longswords are two-handed swords. The sword that everyone confuses for being a longsword is the arming sword, which was a commonly used sword by knights. And that is a one-handed sword. Hello, Funky Kong 2008. Yeah, it's nice Luigi getting some attention. I have actually never played a Luigi's Mansion game. Nothing against the games, it's just we never had them, so. It is definitely always nice to see older games getting love. I'm holding out hope with how EverQuest is still relevant to a degree, and you know, with how popular the ARPG Baldur's Gate games were when they're remasters. You know, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, and I forget the other one. I'm really hoping Champions of Norath and Champions Return to Arms get a remaster. They deserved it so much more than the Baldur's Gate duo, but the Baldur's Gate duo were attached to a more recognizable name. That being Dungeons and Dragons. That is fair. I've seen gameplay of it. It looks like a fun game, so. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I have seen it. I've actually seen all the Luigi's Mansions. I've just never played any of them. Doing my best to just ignore my cat. I hear her getting into things. I'm just gonna ignore her. Fair, but graphics don't tend to mean shit. I do apologize for my language, but mature rated game, so mature rated language. I mean, literally, I'd actually, one of my family members gifted me a game for Christmas that, on paper, is something that I should love. It's a naval exploration game, Age of Sail kind of thing, trading, combat, basically, you know, uncharted waters, but with modern visuals. The game is absolute crap. It looks good, but it plays like crap. Is this a... yeah, that's a wide weapon. Yeah, I know, it was a launch title. I'm old, my man. I've been a Nintendo kid my whole life. It was a GameCube launch title.
Yes?
Note how Nintendo has never made that mistake again, because no one really cared about Luigi. It was also very different from the games that had come before it, so, like, people also didn't care for that reason. It wasn't just because it was a Luigi game, as much as a lot of people like to spread that narrative around. It was because it was so different. Because, like, people will talk about how, like, Mario's gotten stale, without thinking about the fact that, like, you get the original Super Mario Bros. Great. Super Mario Bros. 2, It's a completely different game. That's not even a Mario game. It's a Mario reskin. Official Mario reskin, but a Mario reskin. Technically, 2 is Lost Levels, which was just the first game again, but harder. Super Mario Bros. 3. It's Mario Bros. Again, but there's now a leaf that gives you a tail and a few other random suits. But, you know, for the most part, you're just Tanuki the whole time. Well, not Tanuki, you're the feather. Not feather. Leaf. Because there's no reason not to be it. Then comes World. Changes out the leaf for a feather, which gives you a cape. And there's no reason to do anything but use cape. Like, people will talk about how, oh man, it changed up the formula every time. But really, they didn't. It was the same thing over and over and over again, just only you weren't forced into using powers. You just had no reason to use anything that wasn't, you know, the main power that you just used. Okay. That's what I needed to see. So that becomes 8. That becomes that button. I actually want that on 4. That could be 7. That can just be ignored. Actually, I'll put that on 5. Yep. I am very aware of that. It's just my brain always forgets Doki Doki Panic purely because of Doki Doki Literature Club, but I do know, as you might have guessed, I do know that it exists. I'm gonna reorganize this stuff again. There we go. Okay, this... Yeah, okay. This is definitely better. Yeah, I mean, that is fair. I've seen gameplay of Wonder, but I've yet to play it. But I do imagine that it probably still follows the modern Mario format. Which I honestly kind of prefer to the old Mario format. Because, like, there is only so much you can do when you're basically locked to, okay, here is the 2 basic powers for this game. Here's a bunch of levels for these 2 basic powers. At least without getting to, like, absurd difficulty levels. Which is basically what the fan base does with, you know, oh man, look at all the Mario levels we made. and all of them are just absurdly difficult, because that's really the only thing you can do to keep things interesting. Unless, you know, you completely reskin it and turn it into another game, basically. Which is also something a lot of fans do. That is fair. I honestly doubt it's a game I will ever pay too much attention to, but platformers are just not my thing. So, like, I've got nothing really against it, it's just, I suck at platformers. Which is also almost certainly why I'm bad at fighting games, too. Is because a fighting game takes platformers and makes you actually have to get good at them. And I'm just not. Yeah, like Smash Brothers. Which I have played at, and like, I can get okay at, but I'm still terrible at it. Like, I can get to the point of beating the AI, but it's an AI. That's not a big accomplishment. A semi-competent player would still absolutely crush me. And I'm okay with that. Because that same semi-competent player would probably get absolutely crushed by me at StarCraft. Yeah. We all have our genres we're good at, and for me it's RTSs. Though even with that, I'm not trying to claim I'm amazing at those either.
Good day.
I'm better than the average Joe, but, you know.
Hello.
Yep. And next Mario Kart game has apparently been in active development for quite a little while now. So, could release any year now. Though I will admit, the next Mario Kart game is going to, it has a tough road ahead of it, following up 8, well, 8 Deluxe specifically. I mean, to be fair, both statements are true, because a year is a time. Ooh, lag.
Yes?
Good afternoon.
That is fair. My first Switch was just a regular Switch. And it's still my only Switch. Which I will admit, as the years go on, I do worry a bit for the health of the poor little thing. It's not exactly had the best life it could have. This house is kind of dusty. It is cheaper, but it also loses the ability to be recorded from. Which is basically a requirement for me with a game console. Why, while I love this little console right here, I don't record from it in any way. Because I can't. Because video output, what's that? Which, like, I do fully acknowledge there is more to gaming than recording it. But when you stop and consider what I'm doing, you can surely understand why I care a bit about being able to record from a device. And factor that into my decision making around, acquiring whatever that may be. did that get changed to chargeable? That was an option, yeah. Wasn't the only way of getting a 3DS. Wait, I probably scroll wheeled. That's probably what happened. Yep. And yet, players only want to play, like, 4 of those courses. Because players just be like that. Well, I can't say that. If it's Mario Kart Wii, they want to play it, and then besides that, there might be 4 other courses. Because players just be like that. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm kind of... At this point, I'm getting kind of sick of Mario Kart Wii courses. And would be decently content if the next Mario Kart game just didn't have any. It's going to, because that's just what the players want for whatever reason. But... we've been playing Mario Kart Wii courses for a very, very long time. It's time to let them go to rest for a while and let some other games courses have some time in the spotlight. Can I make this fit? Yes. Maybe. Yes. That is fair, but like...
Good day.
There's so many courses. So many good courses that just get ignored because Mario Kart Wii courses exist. Like, again, I'm old. But, like, would you really rather play Coconut Mall or, like, Yoshi's Valley Or, God, I can never remember the actual names of courses. God, the beach, Game Boy Advance. The Shy Guys in the boats. Koopa Beach. Shy Guy Beach. Yeah, Shy Guys in a boat. What? Yeah. Like, I mean, hell, that course was in Mario Kart Wii. Would you really rather Coconut Mall to Shy Guy Beach? It's so much more interesting. There's more going on. Like... I would personally rather have Shy Guy Beach in a game than Coconut Mall again. You know, it's that kind of thing. We're like, yeah, the Wii courses are nice, but like, a lot of them played it safe. They're kind of boring. A lot of them made way too much use out of boost panels. And, like, every game has its boring courses. And maybe it's just because Mario Kart Wii was basically the first one to have proper, good online play. But, like, haven't we played enough of those courses? Like, I will fully admit, Mario Kart Wii is probably the Mario Kart game I have played the most to date. But I'm closing in on about that playtime with 8 Deluxe. Which, you know, might be part of why I'm just kind of done with Wii stuff, is I have played it the most so far of any of the games. So, like... I mean, that's fair. Oops. I mean... I myself have a certain level of nostalgia for the Mario 64 courses, but that was my first Mario Kart. Which is also why I absolutely hate what they did to 64 Rainbow Road. Oh, it would be too long. No, it wouldn't. Modify it a little. Don't absolutely murder it. If they were that worried about it being long, then maybe make use of... What am I doing? Make use of the track's design and add some shortcuts. You know? I mean, yeah, it does take about 1.5 minutes per lap. No one minded back in the day. Highly doubt anyone would mind now. And I mean, that 1.5 minutes is also a slow completion time. But nah, it had to be shortened. But, like, Mario Kart Wii? Yeah, let's just leave it. It's fine. It's not like it's also a pretty long course. I'm getting ranting and not noticing my health dropping. Yeah, that scans. Hey, that's a rune I don't have any of yet. I think I actually needed it for something too. Man, I'm starting to get tired. But that's kind of to be expected. I've been up since 2 in the morning. And only slept like 4-ish hours before that. I think once I complete this quest, I'll probably end the stream off.
I am overburdened.
Frisk, what are you doing down there, other than getting into things that you shouldn't be? Yes, you managed to flip the box around. Good job. Now you can't get into it. It's your own doing. No, leave that alone. Why are you being a gremlin? The bookcase is not a reason to be a gremlin. It's not. Yeah, I think another level of this is probably the way to go. And like, I would grab Venom, but poison damage just stops mattering. That is 10% more resist all for the summon. And more attack rating. But no, I want the Death Sentry. Or I could put another point into Fire Blast, and then I would have one more shot from this. That would probably give me more damage overall. But I'll just take one more to death for now. Okay, I need to use the washroom, so I will be right back. I return. Wow, I was right at. I was right at her.
Hero, Neelithak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me.
I mean, I forgot to deal with stuff in town anyway. I just noticed that.
Good day.
I am very tired.
So, that snake Neelithak was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
Okay, but first buy my stuff. Here you go, lady. Now, I do want to finish exploring this area, because experience and loot. So I will do that before I do anything about ending the stream off, but... There's not a huge amount of this area that I haven't been to yet, by the looks of it. Stacks I picked up stuff. I'm really good at accidentally picking up stuff. It's my specialty. Man, if only those were not... Ah! I have been looking for a 2-socket druid helmet with even just a single elemental skill in it. That ain't it. My druid doesn't do summoning or transformation. Honestly, if I did transformation, I'm already set. Okay, that does appear to be everywhere, unless maybe over here leads to something. I love how these things can still drop more loot every time they stand up. There we go. Let's come turn in this quest.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Bale's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone. My father asked among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Bale. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik.
It's on the ground now.
Thok told me he struck a deal with Bale to protect Haragath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Bale the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Bale to enter Mount Ariat unchallenged by the ancients. I tried to stop Neelithok, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb. Neelithok must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened, kill him, and then bring back the relic of the ancients. Stop Neelithok from destroying what we have striven for eons to protect.
I make no promises, lady. Oh man, such a great guitar. 75% enhanced damage, 7 to 13. Man, the guitars are weak. Like, I mean, this one's 14 to 26. That amount of extra damage on, like, this would be... I mean, it would be more damage than these have. Like...
Yes.
It's a bit ridiculous.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news.
It's only even worth 50. Wow. The assassin gets kind of screwed over. Let's love a spell to increase my resistances. My fire resistance hasn't changed any. I don't believe her any. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I've been going for about 3¼ hours. I'm tired. So, I thank you all very much for watching. I don't promise the streams will be that terribly common. I've been focusing more on videos this year, and as much as it is kind of, again, like, this is the opposite of what was happening in 2016. My videos are greatly outperforming any of the streams I've done. So, yeah. Animal Crossing be popular, yo. But, you know, I will be streaming more in the coming days. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe later today still. I don't know. I'm not going to keep myself to any sort of schedule. I don't have a set number of streams I want to reach this year. I just want to have fun this year instead of setting myself silly goals that are going to stress me out. So, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Next stream. If y'all like what I'm doing, feel free to check out my YouTube. It's linked in the info on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, just check out the videos. I mean, it's basically just me rambling about. It's what Animal Crossing's like. Yeah. See y'all whenever I see you next.